Hi friends, my name is Alexandra Zadak with This is Improv, and I am here for another educational video. I gotta stop singing. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 8 tips for beginning actors. The first thing I want to let you know is to take a class. Always take a class. Even if you want to be a dancer, even if you want to be a director, even if you want to go into technician, take a class. Know what you're getting yourself into before you jump head first. It's always good to dip your toes in the water to make sure it's not too chilly, right? This is also going to help you know if it's even something you want to do. Sometimes, as the butterflies that we are, we pick up hobbies, we see something like puzzles or arts and crafts, or we see running or exercise, and we go, that's me, that's all me. I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to focus on that because that is what I want to do with my life right now. But if you're thinking of acting as a career and really want to get into it, and this is a full-on life change, take a class. Make sure it's what you want to do. Make sure it's the avenue of theater you want to go into as well. Maybe you want to do directing, technical, dance, music, whichever other avenue of the arts. Plus, theater has a lot of history behind it. Find out which acting technique might work for you as well. With research comes knowledge. So if you experience this and you take the class, then you're going to have more knowledge in the craft and your transition into theater is going to be a lot easier. Number 2 is practice. Practice might not make perfect, but it makes you practically perfect, right? If you find what you're good at, you're going to want to practice it. You're going to want to go into it a lot more. You're not just going to leave med school and then stop doing medicine after taking all those classes and courses for years and years. You're going to want to go into the medical field. When you practice, you get better, you find new areas of yourself, you find out what's going to work for you. Are you more of a Meisner actor? Are you a method actor? Are you a free-form something? Are you an improviser? Which style fits you? Which one makes you more comfortable? You also find out your rehearsal type. Do you need to go through the script backwards? Do you need to go through the script forwards? How can you memorize your lines better? Who do you identify with as a mentor? Who can you find to do those things and teach you those things? When you fine-tune your craft, you gain experience. This is you gaining knowledge on something that you want to go into for the rest of your life, hopefully, and something that you want to make into a career. Number 3, study your script. If you are going into a show, you need to study your script. Do not just read your lines and your blocking alone, because your lines and your blocking were determined by the other characters in the script as well. There is no show without the ensemble. There is no dream work without the teamwork. So you need to read through the entire script and do your own version of an analysis. Uta Hagen always says to do the 6 steps, right? What is the character thinking? What prompted this process? What prompted this reaction? Why are they doing this? What are their next steps? What fueled it? What's going on? Without reading the script, you don't know what's going on in the show. Also research the writer. What are their intentions? What's the circumstances? That way, when you go into your first rehearsal, you've got all this knowledge already about everything. And you don't have to second guess when you get a direction of, oh, we need to do this so that way in the next scene XYZ works. Then you know why it works and you're on the same page as everyone else in the room. And a script is one of the only times I might say, don't fake it till you make it. Read the script, people will know if you're faking it. Number 4 is know your wants. What does your character want? This is a new script. This is a new day. This is a new director. Write down the character wants. The wants are one of the most important parts of the character because that creates intention. And you are supposed to do everything with an intention. If you point to a skyscraper in the middle of the scene, there's a reason for it, right? You're not just going to be standing there and talking about, okay, so for dinner tonight, we're going to have hot dogs because we haven't had hot dogs in a while. And oh, oops, why are you pointing there? Knowing your character wants is also going to make it easier for everyone else in the cast and crew. So your director is going to say, maybe, I just want you to go through this run and let's see what your bodies do. If you can identify your character wants, it's going to be easier for you to have an intention. It's going to be easier for you to identify circumstance, and it's going to be easier for you to execute this scene. This also helps your fellow actors. Helping your fellow actors is one of the nicest things you can do. We are there for each other. We are creating in this space together, and it should be a fun, new experience for us to just express ourselves and be in the moment. You understanding your wants helps everyone else in the scene. Number 5, put a smile on. Be the best version of yourself. You're going to want to put your best foot forward. You're going to want to say yes to things. You're going to want to communicate with people. When you are being yourself, when you are putting a smile on, what you're doing is you're presenting yourself to the world. You're showing people, you're showing casting directors, you're showing other actors, you're showing directors, you're showing the audience, especially after the show, what you are. It's almost like respecting the craft. You should be there because you want to be there, and you should act like you want to be there. A lot of people fight tooth and nail for some of these roles, and if you're lucky enough to get them and you're lucky enough to work with an amazing cast and crew, then you should appreciate it, and you should put your best foot forward, put a smile on, and you should be the best version of yourself. You are working together with a group of people. Theater is impossible alone. You should be doing it with other people. Theater is meant to be educational, it's meant to be creative, it's meant to be fun, it's meant to be loved. You're meant to cry together, laugh together. It's a whole experience of emotions. And showing people that, yes, I want to be here, yes, I want to do this, is going to prompt them to believe that they can trust you and that you're an honest actor who they should hire again. Number 6. Be happy. Make sure, again, that this is what you want to do. Don't do it if you're bored and you're reading a script and you're thinking, oh no, I have to play this again, Ebenezer again. That's not being happy about it. When you see a brand new puppy for the first time and it pops its head out of that basket and it gives a little bark, and that overwhelming joy you feel when you see that adorable face should be how you approach your craft. You should be excited, you should be enthralled, you should be constantly wanting to do these things because it's an obsession, it's a passion. This is what you want to do for the rest of your life. So make sure it makes you happy. If it's not making you happy, maybe you shouldn't be there. And that's okay. It's not for everyone, just like accounting is not for everyone. It's also healthier for you if you are happy doing what you're doing. If you're unhappy in your work, it creates stress, it creates anger, it creates a lot of negativity in the workspace. But if you're happy doing what you do, then it's a fun, positive experience. Number 7, be obsessed. I say be obsessed because you should want to be curious about something. You should be overly dedicated. You should be disciplined. This is what makes a good actor. This is what makes a good athlete. Curiosity, discipline, dedication, passion. This is an art that relies on research. It relies on creativity. It relies on problem solving. It relies on ideas, and it relies on people and personality and psychology. I mean, this craft relies on so many things that you should want to be exploring all of those things. There are so many different branches of theater. There are so many different jobs in theater that you want to know what they do. Don't be afraid to try these things, to learn these things. You're going to get a better appreciation for what you're doing in doing this. And yes, I know, curiosity killed the cat, but the cat has 9 lives. So make it an obsession. It's not a bad thing. And lastly, number 8, think of yourself like a business. You are a company. You are a product. You need to sell yourself. You are now an entrepreneur. If you are not signed with an agency, if you are not a part of a union, think of yourself as a product. Not in a dehumanizing kind of way, but in a, I need to sell my work. I need to sell my product, which is your acting. Go to shows. Go to acting parties that you are invited to. Go to readings. Go to everything you can that you know is associated with what you want to do. Go to art festivals, film festivals. Do these things so you can learn these things and you can meet new people. Networking works the same in theater. It's not always, I'm going to get this job because I went to this audition. It's, oh, well, I need to cast someone for this show. I remember talking to Annie. Annie had that look. She had that vibe we were going for this character. You know what, Bill? I'm going to call Annie in. I really think she's going to work. Networking. Invite people to your shows. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to send emails. Margot Robbie called her current agency 365 times. Yes, she called once a day for an entire year until she got hired. Now, some people might not like that, but they responded to it, and now we have a new Harley Quinn. Send your videos in, do those auditions. Don't be afraid to audition. These auditions educate you, kind of like taking a class. And don't be afraid to ask for feedback. Again, when you think of yourself and your craft like a product, because this is work now, this is a business, you're gonna ask your customers on Yelp for feedback. How many stars are you being rated? Are you a good business, a bad business? What's going on? So ask your directors, ask fellow actors, practice with people. I mean, all of the things. Just do what you can to promote yourself. And those are the 8 tips for beginning actors. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope that it helped you a little or a lot or a medium amount, maybe, who knows? And thank you for sticking with me until the end of the video. This is Improv does offer acting classes. So if you want to take improv, writing, improv for life, corporate team building, kids classes, teen classes, go to www.thisisimprov.com and sign up today. You can also watch our previous educational and business videos down below. There is a link to all of our playlists. And last but not least, if you love histories, mysteries, and ghost stories, This is Improv does have a podcast called This is Legends of Yesterday, where we talk about all those creepy, weird, and historical things. So if you have a story and you want to tell it to us, you can email us at one of the emails linked down below, or you can go to www.thisisimprov.com and contact us that way. We love to hear all your stories about Florida or your time in it. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, night, evening, hour, whichever area of time you are. Time is relative, it's fine. Thank you, everybody. I will see you again soon. Goodbye.